Aloha, y'all. It is Monday, Moon Day, named after the moon, and esoterically ruled by the moon as well. The sun, it's the 27th of October, I should say. The sun is at 4 degrees Scorpio, the moon is at 9 degrees Capricorn. We got a lot of squares, oppositions, trines. The main things the sun is squaring Pluto, Venus is squaring both the moon and Jupiter. Venus is opposite Chiron, Pluto's opposite the moon. Jupiter and Pluto are squaring Chiron. Uranus is opposite the Venus Mars Black Moon Lilith conjunction. And there's a grand water trine between Jupiter, Mars Mercury Black Moon Lilith conjunct, and the North Node Saturn and Neptune conjunction. So let's go ahead and get into it. The cards for the day, this moon day, the Knight of Cups. In this deck is the Prince of Cups. The clarifier is the Ace of Swords with Quetzalcoatl coming in hot. And then from the Galactic Heritage, the Moon Day wild card is Aliens, Orion past timeline, Deep Polarity. So if you are a water sign, you are a cup. This is about the emotions. And there's actually an interesting Christian Bale movie. It's an artsy Terrence Malick film called The Knight of Cups. So if you've never seen it, it's kind of opiatic, but it's good. It's a Gnostic kind of mythology. Anyway, the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, is the fiery, the actionable part of the intuition and imagination. Rise to a challenge, attain an emotional goal, poetic and romantic, right? Attaining an emotional goal. Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Capricorn kind of stuffs. Saturn conjunct Neptune in Pisces, North Node in Pisces stuffs. So, the Prince of Cups, I artfully negotiate for the best solution. Very Venus in Libra, Jupiter in Cancer on page 78. The Prince of Cups is the archetypal knight, gallant, a gentleman in every sense, honorable, considerate, valiant, and noble, not one to relish violence and battle on any level. He prefers behind-the-scenes diplomacy. If he must, he will act swiftly and cleanly to achieve the best results for all. Very Pluto in Aquarius. A masterful peacemaker and artful negotiator, he is always looking for the win-win solution to the problem, and his caring, compassionate presence can be a very welcome alternative to bloodshed. He admirably carries and balances the feminine, feeling, and receptive side of his nature alongside the fast, focused, and actively fiery side of himself. It's a yin-yang, balancing that. This masculine aspect is ready for the call to action. That action is inclusive of his feelings, making him a fine, loyal, trustworthy, and supportive friend and family member. Jupiter in Cancer. Venus in Libra. His watery temperament enables him to bring a measured, reflective pace to his activities and duties, except in the area of romantic love, where his passion can seize the day and see him leaping headlong and blazing, kind of obsessive, right? Mars, Mercury, Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio stuffs. Sun in Scorpio. He can leap headlong, blazing. He will shift hell and high water to rescue the one he loves. Intensely romantic and sensual, he risks much heartbreak and raw pain on his path to true love. In essence, I see his character as the Grail Seeker, the untainted romantic where life is filled with the possibility of discovery. The manta ray, flying through the ocean, navigating the different depths, teaches us how to dig within ourselves and observe our emotions with a calm gracefulness, honoring the different levels of our being and the world around us, right? Mars, Mercury, conjunct Scorpio Sun, right? Going deep. Moon in Capricorn. It takes real effort and concentration, even courage, to keep a flame of exuberance alive in our hearts. Instead of seeing ourselves adrift in a hostile world, we can look and see that everything carries a message to guide us to our most powerful possibilities. This in essence is the elixir, the medicine, the holy grail. Not an object with miraculous powers, but rather a way of being in the world. North Node of Pisces. It's bigger than an object. It's magic from on high. Once you begin to see things this way, the world literally changes before your eyes. Mercury in Scorpio. As we travel through life, it's an immense challenge not to be caught in the trap of cynicism, the shadow of Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Capricorn. Yet to become cynical and resigned to the way things are brutally robs us of our life force. Most of us reach a point when we must consciously choose and create a discipline of consciously choosing. Moon in Capricorn, Sun in Scorpio, Mars conjunct Mercury in Scorpio, right? Saturn conjunct Neptune in Pisces, North Node of Pisces. How are you mindsetting, and how do you alchemize towards a different mindset? Albert Einstein, who was a Pisces, suggested we examine the most fundamental nature of life when he said, quote, "The most important question you can ever ask as if the world is a friendly place. Every time we resign ourselves to the opposite, we leave behind the spark of life that can be astounded by something and new and unexpected. Uranus and Gemini, right? We can be wowed by the magic of everything. The deeper the rabbit hole goes, infinitely. To be jaded to that is problematic. So don't be. So the Knight of Cups, the fiery part of water, rising to a challenge, attaining an emotional goal, and poetic and romantic. The clarifying card is the Ace of Swords. If you are an air sign, you're a sword. Where are you at, swords? Here we are. The Ace of Swords showing Quetzalcoatl, which I actually just watched a Graham Hancock. I've seen it before, but I'm showing my girlfriend a Graham Hancock documentary. Ancient Apocalypse is on Netflix. Check it out. And Quetzalcoatl was coming in hot last night, so synchronicity abounds. The Ace of Swords on page 122. I live through my highest values. Opportunity to hone your highest intellect. Pluto and Aquarius. Learn new ways to reach your true potential. Uranus and Gemini. Embodying a powerful philosophy, right? So I think the idea is, what is driving us in the dream? How are we navigating and balanced on the biggest wave, as Pink Floyd would say, Dark Side of the Moon style? How do we attain the grail? By spiraling ever upwards, right? And knowing that, everybody's trying their best and climbing the pyramid in the rate and at which they can process reality, and hopefully they're aware of the process and not just unconsciously going along. Deep Polarity is the Galactic Heritage card. Moon Day, aliens coming in this away. So this is the Orion. And ironically, the pyramids, this is not Egyptian pyramids, but they all resonate kind of with an Atlantis, Younger Dryas flood and cataclysm of the old days. The pyramids of Egypt are aligned with Orion's belt, if you didn't know. On page 74, number 35, Deep Polarity, Orion past timeline. In ancient times, the Orion civilization played out the deepest of polarity during a very dark time in their history. Many souls from Orion eventually came to Earth to heal this polarity through incarnations as humans. If you pulled this card, there's an Orion lifetime of yours still and having influence on you in your life today. These karmic patterns are ready to be released. Examine your natural human tendency to polarize in thought and belief and ask the universe to help you heal this. Also know that this is a major issue for the entire planet at this time, so your healing affects the whole as well, right? The grail journey of the individual is affecting the whole and upgrading the whole system. And it goes on to say, and I'm not going to read this because I'm running out of time, Star Wars, right, is a picture in a modern culture of this timeline, where it's like deep polarity, the Empire taking over, killing everybody, the light, the dark, the yin-yang, right, of the Force. But we have to rise above that, and it's a polarity. It's one thing, the Force, and then how do you operate and orient towards that polarity? You can alchemize, right? The Holy Grail is this masculine, feminine, yoni, phallus kind of imagery, both and. The alchemy of awareness popping through, Kundalini, the Ida, what is it? Ida and Pingala, I think, making the Shishuna up your cerebrospinal fluid for Kundalini awakening, Gnosis, right? The Holy Grail. Hopefully you can get past the this or that. It's this and that. And if this has vibrated well with you and, it sits well with you, obviously tag somebody. They might benefit as well. Share it, whatever's clever. Leave a tip in the tip jar if you like it. And do holler for a reading. I give hour-long card readings, both Oracle and Tarot cards, for $50, and 3-hour astrology readings for $150. If it's your birthday, it's half off on either or both of those if you want a double barrel shotgun of my magic. So birthday deals, and if you refer somebody to me, you get half off on cards yourself. So there's plenty of ways you can benefit, and hit me up, obviously. So on that note, enjoy your moon day, and don't forget, we're walking on a dream, right? So how do we walk on the dream towards higher levels without attaching to, hold on loosely? How do you do it, right? That's the trip. So enjoy your moon day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios.